Have you ever found yourself in that slightly bewildering, yet ultimately manageable situation where your business is humming along, sales are good, and you strategically utilize a loan from Square to give it that extra push, but then you pause and think, okay, how exactly do I pay this back? It's a common moment of reflection, and if you're asking that question, you're in good company. Understanding the ins and outs of your Square loan repayment isn't just about fulfilling an obligation. It's about mastering your cash flow, optimizing your business operations, and ultimately building a stronger financial foundation for the future. We all know Square as the innovative force behind those sleek card readers and intuitive point-of-sale systems that have revolutionized how countless small businesses operate. But beyond payments, Square also extends a lifeline to eligible businesses in the form of Square loans. These aren't your traditional bank loans with fixed monthly payments and rigid schedules. Square loans are designed with the unique ebb and flow of small business revenue in mind, making their repayment structure distinctly different and, for many, incredibly convenient. So, let's peel back the layers and demystify the process of repaying your Square loan. We'll delve into mechanics of how it works, explore the nuances of their automatic deduction system, discuss strategies for managing your payments effectively, and even touch upon what happens if your business hits a rough patch. By the end of this deep dive, you'll not only know how to repay your Square loan, but you'll also understand the underlying principles that make it such a flexible and business-friendly financing option. Let's imagine you took out a Square loan and your agreed-upon holdback rate is 10%. This means that every time a customer pays you via a Square processed card transaction, 10% of that sale is automatically diverted towards your loan repayment. The remaining 90% goes directly to your bank account as usual. This system is brilliantly simple because it aligns your repayment capacity directly with your revenue generation. On a busy day, you pay back more. On a slower day, you pay back less. This inherent flexibility is one of the most lauded features of Square loans, as it provides a built-in safety net during periods of lower sales. You might be wondering, do I need to do anything to set this up? The answer is generally no. When you accept a Square loan offer, the repayment mechanism is automatically integrated with your Square processing. There's no separate portal to log into for payments, no manual transfers to initiate, and no need to remember due dates. Square handles it all in the background, making it incredibly hands-off for the busy business owner. This automation minimizes the administrative burden, allowing you to focus on what you do best, running your business. One common question that arises is, what if I want to pay off my loan faster? Good news, you absolutely can. Square doesn't penalize you for early repayment. In fact, it's encouraged. Since your loan fee is fixed, paying off your loan early means you simply accelerate the completion of your repayment obligation without incurring any additional charges or penalties. If you have a particularly strong sales month or a sudden influx of cash, you have the option to make an additional manual payment towards your loan. To make an extra payment, you would again go to your Square dashboard, navigate to the Loans section, and look for an option to make an additional payment. This typically involves initiating a transfer from your linked bank account. This flexibility allows you to manage your cash flow strategically. Perhaps you want to clear the loan before a peak season to free up more of your daily sales, or you simply prefer to be debt-free sooner. Square accommodates these preferences, giving you control over your repayment timeline beyond the automatic deductions. Another aspect to consider is how Square defines daily sales. For the purpose of loan repayment, it primarily refers to credit and debit card transactions processed through your Square POS system. Cash sales, external payments, or transactions processed through other platforms generally do not contribute to the daily holdback for your Square loan. This is important to remember as you forecast your repayment schedule. If a significant portion of your business comes from cash transactions, it will take longer to repay your Square loan to the automatic deductions alone, as those cash sales won't trigger the holdback. In such cases, you might consider making more frequent manual payments to stay on your desired repayment pace. However, while the daily deduction adjusts, the overall repayment period will extend if your sales are consistently low. Square does monitor repayment progress. If your sales are so low that repayment is taking an exceptionally long time, or if your business is consistently struggling to generate sufficient card sales to cover the loan within a reasonable time frame, Square may reach out to discuss your options. In very rare cases, if repayment becomes severely delayed or impossible, Square, like any lender, would eventually take steps to recover the outstanding balance. But the design of their loan product aims to minimize such scenarios by aligning repayment directly with your business's revenue generation. To effectively manage your Square loan repayment, here are a few actionable strategies. Firstly, monitor your dashboard regularly. Make it a habit to check your Square account at least once a week. Understand your remaining balance. Review your recent repayment activity, and ensure everything looks as expected. This proactive approach helps you catch any discrepancies early and stay on top of your financial health. Secondly, forecast your sales and repayment. While Square's system is automatic, having a general idea of your sales projections can help you estimate how long it will take to repay your loan. This is particularly useful if you're planning for future investments or needing to free up capital. If you anticipate a slow season, you might consider making a larger manual payment beforehand to get ahead. Thirdly, leverage additional payments when possible. If you have a particularly strong sales period or unexpected cash coming into your business, consider making an extra payment towards your Square loan. This accelerates your repayment, reduces the overall time you're carrying the debt, and frees up your daily sales sooner. Remember, there's no penalty for early repayment. Fourthly, maintain healthy cash flow. While Square loans are flexible, it's vital to ensure your overall business cash flow remains robust. Don't rely solely on a loan to cover ongoing operational expenses. Use the loan strategically for growth initiatives that will generate increased revenue, allowing you to comfortably meet the repayment obligations. While the process is largely automated, active monitoring of your Square dashboard, strategic use of manual payments, and a clear understanding of your sales performance will empower you to manage your Square loan effectively and accelerate your path to being debt-free. It's a system built for the realities of small business, providing both flexibility and predictability in your financing journey. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.